Why is Joe Norris Tips the best sports betting tipster to follow in 2026? I'm saying the best, but obviously, Joe, I'm going to be asking you the question of why do you feel that you are a great sports betting tipster?
So, this is a hard question for me to answer without blowing my own trumpet, I think. So I'm not going to answer back to you and go, oh, I'm the best and all that. I'm not going to do that. But what I would say is that I couldn't put any more time into it than I put into it. Like it's my full-time job every single day. I'm watching every single race. I'm studying. Most evenings I'm on the Mac looking through the form, watching races back. I feel like I put everything into it. I couldn't put any more into it if I tried.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
obviously, myself, I'm saying you are the best sports betting tipster. There's you and I, David, I think are absolutely phenomenal, right? And I'm throwing it out there that I believe you're the best sports betting tipster in 2026 to follow. But let's then talk. Obviously, you don't like blowing your own trumpet. I get it, right? But you must admit you're a great punter and that you're a great sports betting tipster in the fact of give me some of your stats. So your profit and loss. You've got
yeah.
multiple people reaching out to you. You've got Odds Checker. I'm sure anyone who's watching this, they'll know the odds comparison website, reaching out to Joe, asking Joe to do daily horse racing tips. Why would they be reaching out to Joe Norris to provide daily horse racing tips if he wasn't a phenomenal tipster? You've got TalkSport, a huge radio station, and now doing a lot of betting comparison and stuff like that. Reaching out, who they're
Mm,
wanting, Joe Norris. What for? Daily horse racing tips. And then you've got
mm.
other places like gambling.com, a huge gambling website, reaching out to Joe Norris for daily horse racing tips. So there has to be at some point, you've got to say proof is in the pudding. But like, name one or two of the profit and losses of what you're showing this year.
Yeah, so at the moment we put the notebooks and the value tip on gambling.com. Used to be on Oddschecker, now it's on gambling.com. That's shown a profit and loss of over 60 points for 2026. Obviously, there's fluctuations through the year. I think at one point we hit 100 points up for them. We did drop to around 40 points and now we're back at 60 points. So I think that shows you the level of consistency. Obviously, for Talksport, I'm doing a lot of the big festivals now, and I'm doing the ITV tips every Saturday, and that's tracked profit and loss. I think that's about 20 points up on the ITV. So yeah, for me, it's good that it's all getting tracked because the first thing people ask you is where's your profit and loss, and I can show them straight away.
Yeah, obviously provide daily football and horse racing tips on get your tips out as well. But I
Mm.
like the idea of these third party websites that have got no connection with Joe Norris whatsoever. They're
Yeah.
tracking their own profit and loss. You can go onto Talksport, you can go on gambling.com, you can see the profit and loss, you can see the
Mm.
overall for the level stakes, you're in profit, which is unbelievable because you're giving daily horse racing and football tips and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to get you on and just let people understand that how much time and effort that you put into this. Obviously, I've got a full time job, so I'm going doing other things, but this is your full time job. You are studying the form, you are studying the football fixtures and what's popping up and why you might lay certain football games of a weekend because they've got Champions League midweek or there's injuries coming along and you quickly jump onto it, or horses are coming back to form certain times of the year. I think, I'm not just saying it, I am blowing your trumpet. I think you are a phenomenal tipster. But is there anything else to say? Like, I mean, what do you prefer football or do you prefer horse racing when you're tipping?
Oh, without a doubt, horse racing, definitely.
And do you watch
Um,
all the races back?
Majority, yeah, majority. I mean, I do have a life as well, so you have days where you can't watch all the racing, but then I would say sort of 99% of the time I'm watching all them races back.
And
So there's not a lot I'll miss, put it that way.
it's not just UK that you're doing though. You're doing quite a lot of international racing as well on the tips as
Yeah,
well.
so
Aren't
since COVID, we've done America and Australia, and they're both building really well actually,
you? Yeah, I
especially
mean, you
Australia.
always seem to get so many decent inside info. Like, you'll message me at like 8 o'clock at night going, I've got one for in the morning, and I'm like, right, and I can't wait to get on it. But like, you are
Yeah.
also, as opposed to just studying the form. Like, our Dave is brilliant as being a stato, studying the form and understanding it. He's got some good connections with certain yards. but you have a very, very good connection base as well, like with certain yards. We don't
Yeah,
I'm not going to name the yards because I don't want obviously people getting into trouble, but you
yeah,
seem to get like, oh, next Thursday there's a horse running first time out and it's going to win and it could be 10-1. You seem to
yeah,
get that inside it. So it's not just studying the form, you do actually get at times. I'm not saying you get it every week, but it seems to be like once a month, once every other month,
yeah.
you get some nice information that a normal punter wouldn't get.
Well, I think it's a lot like yourself. Like we obviously go racing a lot, and we speak to a lot of people. The more people you speak to, the more contacts you seem to make. Like it's funny that you say about the Australia racing because obviously when I went to Royal Ascot, I met a couple of owners, Australian owners, and sort of spent the day with them. And that is why I've been getting a lot of Australian tips lately. So all it is through sort of socialising at the racing, really.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously we both love going to the races. Royal Ascot, Cheltenham, Punchestown over in Ireland and stuff like that, Galway
Yeah.
Festival, all the different ones. It's great doing the networking, it's great getting that inside information. But I wanted to get you on anyway, because I genuinely believe Joe Norris is the best sports betting tipster to follow in 2026. Anyone that isn't following him, he's very active on Twitter. He's doing quite a lot of YouTube videos, and also you can go over to Joe Norris Tips website where he's providing daily horse racing and football tips. Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having you.
Cheers.